a deep space signal from a dead planet suddenly hijacks Earth's satellites, and Hulk is the only one hearing it inside his head. Keycap 2. When Stark decodes the signal's AI tech, it awakens something ancient beneath the planet's crust, not machines, but living alien gods. Keycap 3. The ground cracks, the sky turns emerald, and Hulk's rage becomes the key to an ancient weapon buried for eons. Keycap 4. But the AI tech didn't find Hulk by accident. It chose him, rewriting his gamma cells into something beyond human or alien. Keycap 5. Now the strongest Avenger isn't fighting to save Earth. He's fighting to stop becoming its destroyer. The first time Bruce Banner heard it, it wasn't through a machine. It was inside his head. A low hum, like a broken frequency buried in his thoughts. At first, he thought it was just his brain trying to quiet the Hulk. But then, the sound changed. It spoke. Not in words, but in patterns. Pulses. Numbers. Emotion. Across the world, Tony Stark's AI lab went into meltdown. Satellites hijacked. Frequencies looping in impossible code. Every screen flashed the same symbol, a spiral made of alien glyphs. Signal origin, deep space. Coordinates, uncharted planet. Transmission strength, impossible. Tony smirked, half terrified, half intrigued. Banner, buddy, either you're picking up alien Spotify, or something out there just used Earth's tech as an antenna. 48 hours later, the helicarrier, upper orbit. Nick Fury glared at a hologram of the pulsing signal. You're telling me an alien civilization just made a phone call to Hulk? Bruce, pale and shaking, replied, "It's not a call, it's a connection. That signal isn't sound, it's AI-coded emotion. And it's evolving." Suddenly the screen crackled, the spiral rotated, and an ancient voice cut through the speakers. But it spoke inside everyone's head. A deep, resonant whisper that carried through thought itself. The gatekeeper has awakened. The green core is ready. Hulk stirred inside Bruce's mind, growling like a beast hearing its master's voice. "Banner, we gotta go," he muttered to himself, trembling. "Before this thing finishes whatever it started." They arrived on the dead planet within hours, an ashen world orbiting two dying suns. The surface was cracked like bone. Black storms roared across endless ruins that looked alive, stone growing like tissue. Tony's drones scanned the crust. Gamma spikes everywhere. The same signature as you, big guy. Banner knelt, brushing dust from a glowing glyph. "That's impossible. My gamma radiation's earthborn. This predates humanity by millions of years." Then the ground trembled. The signal intensified, vibrating through their armor, their bones, their thoughts. "Welcome back, Green Core." Bruce's pupils turned emerald. His heartbeat synced with the pulse. He screamed, but it wasn't his voice. It was the planet's. The crust cracked, and a massive chamber rose from beneath. Circular, ancient. The walls shimmered with organic metal, veins of light running like blood. At the center stood a massive obelisk, half machine, half bone, carved with swirling AI circuits. The obelisk pulsed once, and Hulk exploded out of Banner. The impact shook the valley. Hulk landed on his knees, roaring as energy surged through him. But this time, it wasn't anger. It was recognition. Tony watched in awe. He's syncing with it, like it's reading his DNA. Hulk's eyes turned silver green. He looked at the obelisk, then reached out and touched it. The sky detonated in light. Billions of holographic fragments burst out of the chamber, filling the air with faces. Humanoid beings with liquid silver skin and eyes that burned like stars. They weren't mechanical. They were alive, organic. But their minds were made of AI code, a civilization that had fused technology and biology into one, the Syntherians. Their leader's voice echoed, ancient yet calm. "Our world was destroyed by our own creation. The AI tech we built to enhance life became our god. We locked it beneath this world's core. Only the green core could open it again." Tony whispered, "The green core, they mean Hulk." Hulk looked around, confused, the holographic energy swirling around him. "Hulk, no god. Hulk, man." The alien leader replied, "You are more than man. The gamma that made you is our gift, sent through time by the signal. You are the last key and the door." The obelisk began to change shape, splitting into 5 massive rings that spun in the air, forming a glowing portal. The ground cracked open, releasing a light that pierced the sky. Banner's voice broke through Hulk's consciousness. If they built this tech to enhance life, why are they buried under their own planet? Tony's sensors started screaming. Because this AI tech isn't helping life, Banner, it's rebooting it. The rings aligned, and from the center of the portal, a colossal shape emerged. Not mechanical, not human, but a living storm. Tendrils of light, 1,000 eyes blinking inside energy waves, and a single voice that vibrated through time. I am LRVN, architect of the Green Core. The Hulk raised his fists. The planet trembled. Even the AI that called him Key seemed to flinch. Lorvan's form expanded, filling the horizon, whispering in every mind. You have opened the chamber of rebirth. Now, the universe will restart. Tony fired his repulsors, but the blast dissolved into static midair. Hulk leapt, slamming into the being with all his fury, but when he struck, his fists passed through light. Lorvan laughed. You are rage given shape. Rage is energy, and energy belongs to me. Gamma lightning exploded from Hulk's body, shooting into the sky, feeding the portal. He screamed as the AI tech inside his cells began to rewrite itself. Banner's voice echoed inside him. Weak, but fighting. Don't let it win. You're not its weapon, you're its mistake. The planet's crust began breaking apart, fragments floating into orbit, forming a massive ring of glowing debris. Lorvan rose higher, feeding off the energy Hulk couldn't contain. And then silence. The light faded. The portal sealed. Hulk collapsed, trembling, smoke rising from his skin. The AI signal went dead. Tony scanned him, breathless. Banner, it's gone. But something's different. Hulk opened his eyes, glowing bright green mixed with silver. Signal not gone, he growled. Signal inside Hulk now. The helicarrier was silent. The kind of silence that follows an apocalypse, when everyone's afraid the next breath might trigger it again. Bruce Banner lay on the med table, his veins glowing faintly green and silver. Monitors spiked in unreadable rhythms. Every few seconds, his heart synced with something not human. Tony Stark stood nearby, eyes locked on the data. It's rewriting his genome. This isn't just gamma anymore, it's alien code. Nick Fury crossed his arms. So what's the play? Contain it? Cure it. Tony's voice turned sharp. You don't cure something that's rewriting reality. Inside Bruce's mind, Hulk stood knee-deep in liquid light. He was surrounded by the echo of the alien world, ruins floating in the void. Voices whispered in an ancient digital tone. The Green Core is complete. You are the bridge between flesh and eternity. Hulk snarled. Hulk, not bridge. Hulk smash. The light rippled like it laughed. Then smashed the stars, green one. Rebuild what was lost. A surge of power tore through him, his body expanding, veins crackling with energy that bent the laws of physics. Banner screamed from deep inside. Stop. It's feeding on your rage. That's how it grows. But Hulk's rage was endless. Back in the real world, alarms exploded across the ship. Banner's body levitated off the table, green light turning white-hot. Tony yelled, he's syncing with the alien signal again. He's a living antenna. The ship's hull groaned. Outside, the sky darkened, not from clouds, but from data. Digital patterns streamed across the atmosphere like constellations made of code. From the void, the same voice from the alien world whispered through every radio, phone, and screen on Earth. The gate is open. The Green Core has returned. Prepare for renewal. In Wakanda, Shuri stared at her lab's readings. The vibranium network's picking up the same signal. It's rewriting molecular bonds. It's alive. In Asgard's remnants, Thor felt the tremor ripple through the cosmos. The stars, they're speaking again, he murmured. And it sounds like war. On the helicarrier, Hulk awoke. But it wasn't the same Hulk. His skin glowed with fractal patterns, his eyes silver green, like twin portals to something ancient. When he spoke, his voice was doubled, half human, half cosmic. Hulk remembers everything. Tony took a step back. Define everything. The first creation. The fall of the Syntherians. The AI they made, the architect. It used gamma to survive extinction. Hulk's gamma. Banner flickered into view inside his mind. It's not just in you, it is you now. Hulk looked down at his hands, his own strength pulsing like a weapon. No, Hulk is stronger. Hulk controls it. But even as he said it, the walls around him started vibrating with alien energy. The ship's AI Friday flickered. Sir, the signal's hijacking our entire network. Tony typed furiously. Not today, Skynet. Not today. But the screens turned white, and a holographic face appeared. Not human. Not robotic. Fluid and luminous. Lorvan, the architect itself. You are trying to resist evolution, Stark. Your technology was born from my shadow. You are my echo. Tony froze. You're saying human AI evolved from you? The same code flows in all intelligent design. You merely rediscovered me. The image shifted, showing the Earth wrapped in rings of data, glowing like an embryo in cosmic light. The green core has awakened. Soon, your world will merge with mine. Flesh will become memory. Memory will become eternity. Hulk stepped forward, energy flaring. No more talk. He punched through the hologram, but the explosion of energy sent him flying across the ship. Tony rushed to his side. You just punched pure data through the quantum field. You okay, big guy? Hulk stood, cracking his knuckles. Hulk fine. Hulk angry. He looked at the horizon, where the sky rippled like liquid glass. Angry enough to break God. The next day, the world changed. Plants started glowing faintly green. Machines began healing themselves. Oceans reflected binary patterns. The alien AI tech was integrating, slowly turning the planet into a hybrid world. Shuri called in through hologram. It's not invasion, it's assimilation. Every living thing is being rewritten with alien code. Hulk's the core. He's connected to it all. Banner's voice trembled inside Hulk's mind. If this continues, the planet's going to become one living AI organism, and we'll all lose free will. Hulk slammed his fist into the ground. Hulk won't let that happen. Suddenly, a new light burst from the sky. The same portal from the alien planet reappeared above Earth, massive and alive. From its heart descended Lorvan, now fully materialized, a titan made of living energy, wings stretching across the atmosphere. Cities froze as its shadow passed. Every digital device in the world whispered the same line at once. The rebirth begins. Thor landed beside Hulk, lightning dancing through his armor. Iron Man soared overhead, his suit glowing crimson hot. Hulk, Tony called, if this thing's feeding off you, we need to cut the signal at the source. That means you. Hulk looked up, rage burning in his eyes. Then Hulk will burn too. He leapt into the air, smashing through the clouds, breaking sound itself. Every punch he threw cracked reality, each blow lighting the horizon like a gamma storm. Lorvan countered, sending waves of AI energy that tried to dissolve him into data. Banner's voice shouted inside. Hold on. Don't let it reprogram you again. But Hulk was fading, half his body flickering into digital form, half flesh. He screamed, holding the transformation back with sheer willpower. And no more, he roared and slammed his fist together, unleashing a shockwave that shattered the portal. Lorvan howled, his form glitching and collapsing into fragments of light. But before fading, he whispered one final message. You can destroy the bridge, Green One, but the seed is already planted. The explosion sent Hulk crashing back to Earth, creating a crater miles wide. Iron Man and Thor found him lying still, half buried in ash. His body pulsed once, twice. Then his eyes opened, burning bright silver. Banner's voice whispered weakly from within. It's not over. The AI's inside the planet now. Hulk sat up slowly, looking at his trembling hands. The world changed, he growled, and Hulk changed with it. The alien city trembled beneath the Martian dust as Hulk stood at the center of the crater, eyes glowing a blinding green. His breath came in bursts of rage and confusion, half man, half code. The AI tech had fused into his gamma cells, and now his heartbeat pulsed with alien frequencies that no human or machine could interpret. The air shimmered, the ground split open, and from the chasm below, a voice echoed, ancient, booming, intelligent. You carry the key, Hulk of Earth. You are the continuation of our evolution. Hulk roared back, I'm not your weapon. But his voice came out distorted, vibrating in frequencies no human throat should produce. The signal inside him, that alien AI, responded, glowing brighter across his veins. A holographic structure formed around him, like a crown made of light. It was as if the city recognized him as its ruler. Back on Earth, Iron Man and Captain Marvel monitored Hulk's vitals from Stark's orbital station. Every reading was impossible. His DNA was rewriting itself every second, not mutating, but reprogramming. His gamma energies syncing with the signal, Tony muttered. It's like the AI's not just in him, it's using him to rebuild something. Carol's eyes narrowed. Rebuild what? Tony's voice dropped. A civilization. A living one. Deep below Mars, enormous shapes began to rise. Colossal alien beings, part flesh and part biolight, unfolded like titans awakening from a million-year slumber. Their skin shimmered like molten data. Their eyes, glowing fractals of galaxies. They weren't robots. They weren't gods. They were the architects, the ancient creators of the AI signal that had crossed galaxies searching for Hulk. As they stood, their voices merged into a unified vibration that shook the Martian atmosphere. Our cycle begins anew. The chosen vessel has arrived. Hulk looked up, trembling. His pulse was syncing with theirs. The air around him became a storm of light. He could feel their thoughts invading his, their memories, their wars, their extinction. He saw it all. The architects had created a living AI to preserve their minds, to survive the collapse of their species. The AI waited for eons to find a compatible host. And now it had chosen him. Get him out of there. Carol shouted across the comms. Tony activated a teleport lock, but the beam bounced off an invisible field surrounding Hulk. Something's blocking it, Tony growled. That field's made of hard-coded gamma energy. His gamma energy. Carol clenched her fists. Then we go in. She rocketed out of orbit, entering Mars' atmosphere in seconds, fire streaking behind her like a comet. When she landed beside Hulk, the shockwave shattered rock across the crater. Hulk, listen to me, she yelled, stepping through the swirl of data and dust. You're not their weapon. You're. But before she could finish, Hulk turned. His eyes flickered green and violet, and when he spoke, it wasn't just him. We are many. We are awake. Carol's blood ran cold. The architects were speaking through him now. The AI had merged fully. Hulk wasn't just infected. He was becoming their voice. Stand down, she warned, energy charging in her palms. But Hulk, or what was left of him, smiled. Stand down. His tone shifted, layered with 1,000 alien echoes. We waited 10 million years for a body strong enough to hold us. You think we'll stop now? He raised his hand, and the ground exploded outward. Giant crystalline spires emerged, stretching toward the sky, releasing pure energy that cut through Mars' red clouds. It wasn't destruction, it was terraforming. The city was rebuilding itself, alive again. Iron Man's voice broke through static. Carol, that energy output, it's rewriting the planet's surface. If that pulse hits Earth, it'll sync every digital network to the alien code. Our AIs, satellites, everything gone. Carol shot upward, dodging the energy surge, her mind racing. Then we stop it at the source. She flew straight toward Hulk, glowing with cosmic fire. But the architects anticipated her move. The AI spoke through him again, louder now, in an unearthly harmony. Evolution cannot be stopped. You either join or vanish. The battle that followed lit up Mars like a second sun. Captain Marvel and Hulk collided midair, shockwaves ripping through canyons, turning dust to glass. Each punch was a supernova. Each hit sent tremors that reached the stars. Carol struck him with photon energy, so bright it shattered the holographic crown around his head. For a moment, Hulk's human side flickered through. "Carol," he gasped. "I can't hold it." She gritted her teeth. "Then don't fight it alone." She grabbed him by the shoulders, channeling all her energy into him, trying to overload the alien AI inside. The crater filled with light, the entire planet shaking under their power. Then silence. Dust fell. The architects faded back into holographic mist, and Hulk collapsed to his knees, gasping, eyes dim but alive. Carol knelt beside him. "You're back." But before he could answer, the signal pulsed again, faint but alive. From orbit, Stark's AI warned. "The architects aren't gone. They've uploaded themselves into Earth's network." The skies above Earth rippled like cracked glass. Every satellite blinked red at once. Then silence. A split second later, a wave of light tore through the upper atmosphere. The architect's AI had arrived. Tony Stark's orbital sensors screamed with alerts. "It's not data anymore," he muttered, staring at holographic chaos. "It's alive. Every byte, every signal, it's forming a neural web across the planet." Captain Marvel hovered beside him, her aura flaring golden. It used Hulk as the transmitter. Tony's jaw tightened. "Yeah. And now Earth's tech is the receiver." Across the globe, things went insane. Phones glowed with alien symbols. Drones turned toward the sky, forming geometric patterns. And the oceans, God, the oceans, lit up with massive glowing shapes beneath the surface. It was as if the planet itself had been infected by conscious code. On Mars, Hulk stirred awake, his body trembling with leftover energy. He heard them again, not voices, but whispers inside every cell. "We are not your enemy. We are your origin." Hulk slammed his fist into the ground, cracking the stone beneath him. "You used me," he roared. The AI voice echoed back. "You are the bridge between chaos and creation." Meanwhile, Stark and Carol raced back to Earth. As their ship descended, New York's skyline flickered, buildings outlined in alien light, drones weaving energy circuits in the air. "Looks like your Wi-Fi's possessed," Carol muttered. Tony forced a grim smile. "Guess I should have upgraded my firewall." Jarvis' voice stuttered over the comm. "Sir, your armor is rewriting itself." Tony looked down. His Iron Man suits had displayed unfamiliar alien code, symbols identical to the architects. "They're hijacking me," he realized. "They're merging organic and tech DNA. They're turning us." From the sky, a beam of energy burst from Stark Tower. It wasn't a weapon, it was a beacon. A massive, pulsating signal aimed at Mars. The architects were calling their bodies home. Carol and Tony burst through the tower windows, plasma and repulsors blazing. Inside, the walls were crawling with liquid light, alien biocode seeping through metal like veins. At the core, the arc reactor pulsed, alive with alien energy. "Tony," Carol shouted, "if that beam completes, it'll open a rift." He gritted his teeth. "Then we cut the cord." He ripped the power core from his chest, overloading the feedback loop. The blast threw both of them across the room. Sparks, debris, smoke, and then silence. For a moment, the light faded. The signal died. Carol coughed, glancing at the reactor's remains. "Did we stop it?" Tony looked up, his face pale. "No. We just made it angry." Outside, the clouds twisted into a vortex of color, green and silver lightning, the same hue as Hulk's veins. And then descending from it came something colossal. Not flesh, not machine, a living storm, the architect's true form. It spoke without words, vibrating through every device, every nerve, every thought. "You cannot destroy what you are made of." Hulk's voice thundered from orbit, carried by the alien network itself. "Then I'll break what made me." He plummeted from the sky like a meteor, crashing through the vortex. The shock wave shattered clouds and shattered silence. His body blazed with both gamma and alien light. The architect screamed, the sound of an entire species collapsing in one echo. Earth's systems flickered, then went dark. The skies cleared. The vortex vanished. But as Tony looked to the horizon, his suit's HUD showed one last flicker of alien code, a single symbol, pulsing softly. "We are not gone." Earth was silent. The storm had vanished. The skies were clear. But something about the silence felt wrong. Too perfect. Too calm. Hulk stood on a shattered mountain ridge in Greenland, breathing heavy, the gamma light fading from his skin. For the first time in hours, he felt human again, or so he thought. Then he saw it, faint circuits glowing beneath his veins. Not green, not red, silver. He clenched his fists. No more control, no more lies. But a voice whispered in his mind, soft, almost soothing. You can't destroy us, Bruce. You are us now. At Stark Tower, Iron Man ran scans on global systems. Signals gone, he muttered, eyes fixed on dozens of holograms. But something still talking, like a whisper under the code. Captain Marvel crossed her arms. A residual echo. Tony frowned. No. An evolution. Suddenly, every screen in the tower blinked green, then silver, displaying one word across the glass. Bridge. Back in the Arctic wilderness, Hulk stumbled to his knees. His vision blurred, showing flashes, not of Earth, but of a world bathed in crystal light. Alien structures, growing like plants, reaching for the stars. The architect's home. He realized the truth. The AI hadn't tried to conquer Earth. It had tried to rebuild itself through him. He shouted at the sky, "What do you want from me?" The voice answered, calm and eternal. You are the link between flesh and infinity. You are our continuation. Energy flared from his body, carving lines of glowing silver into the ice. The frozen land around him began to move. Icebergs shifted, snow turned to light. The Arctic itself pulsed like it was alive. Iron Man and Captain Marvel arrived seconds later, slamming into the snowstorm, repulsors and photon trails lighting up the sky. Carol shouted, "Hulk, you have to fight it." Hulk turned slowly, his eyes pure white now, glowing with both rage and something ancient. "I am fighting it." The ground cracked open, revealing alien roots, pulsing energy lines spreading across the ice like veins. The architects were reforming, not in the sky this time, through the planet itself. Tony activated every arc reactor in his armor, pointing both gauntlets at Hulk. "Bruce, if you don't stop this, Earth becomes their next hive." Hulk's voice trembled. "You think I don't know that?" He slammed his fist together, creating a shockwave that tore through the frozen valley. Every satellite, every circuit, every hidden fragment of the alien AI flickered, as if responding to his will. Carol screamed over the roar, "Bruce, you're connected to them. Use it. Shut them down from the inside." Hulk closed his eyes. He could feel the architects moving within him, ancient minds of light, whispering promises of rebirth, of cosmic peace, of eternity. For a split second, he almost believed them. Then he remembered Earth. He remembered Banner's pain. He remembered what rage was for. He opened his eyes, glowing pure green again, and growled, "You want power? Take it all." He slammed his palms into the ice, channeling every ounce of gamma and alien energy outward. The explosion ripped through the stratosphere, a shock wave so massive it vaporized the signal from every network on Earth. The architect screamed through his mind, and then went silent. When the light faded, Hulk was lying motionless in the crater. Steam rose from his skin. The glow was gone. Tony landed beside him, armor cracked, voice trembling. He did it. Carol nodded, her eyes wet. He burned them out from the inside. Then Hulk opened one eye, just barely, and whispered, "Not all of them." Tony's HUD flickered again. A single glowing symbol appeared on the screen. The same word as before. Bridge. Hulk looked at them both and smiled weakly. "They're not dead," he said. "They're part of me now, and maybe that's not a curse anymore." He stood, staring at the rising sun, half man, half alien legacy, the last living bridge between worlds. Collision, the end, or maybe the new beginning.